Hello guys. So I wanted to compare two sites related to my topic, and these sites are the 9gencivic.com and 9civic. Starting off with this website, the 9gencivic.com, just by scrolling down you can see a lot of content in comparison to the 9civic.com. The main takeaway here is the fact that, people who go on forums like these are usually car guys. And something useful to car guys is cars. The Civic is a Honda, and right here we have two posts which are fairly recent, October 13th and September 29th, talking about Honda. In September we had the highly anticipated Civic get revealed, and they're talking about that here, and the 2017 CR-V that's debuting with its optimal turbo engine. For any user of this forum, I'm pretty sure that it would be of high interest to read about these things if you have related vehicles. In contrast, the 9civic.com is just more functional, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just definitely something that you want to draw out, because when you're looking at the 9gencivic.com, it's pretty much set up for a place for you to spend a lot of your time, as opposed to this forum kind of just being an area to troubleshoot issues or look more into the next modification you want to make to your Civic. The next thing I wanted to address was website design. As you can see, the themes for these two websites contrast pretty highly. I mean, you've got red and you've got 9civic.com chooses to go with a more seasonal approach, having a pumpkin because it's October 16th, while 9civic still, I guess, stays on the course of the actual car, which this right here is a 9civic, and furthermore, this color kind of just proceeds throughout the rest of the website. As you can see, there's just red everywhere. Something else I wanted to talk about when it comes to website design are, I guess just the basic essentials of having a forum where people post. Numbering them and showing who supports a certain post is really important. Things like that are also found on the 9civic.com. You've got your post number, and you've also got people who like a certain post. At least on this forum post, there aren't too many likes, and there also, in comparison to the other website, there isn't a total like count. Having something like a total like count is pretty important because it shows how many people support a certain kind of thread. I feel like having a feature like that on this website would kind of draw more people a lot easier to certain posts based on filtering methods, when you're taking into account the priority of likes. Certain posts with lots of likes will show up more frequently or at the top of certain lists as opposed to those with lower likes. One thing that I can agree on when it comes to both of these websites is their ease of navigability. All the posts are ordered, what people want to say, and their signatures are just done correctly, and makes it really easy for certain people to get certain things out of certain posts, and the people who post on the thread, or people who show support on someone's post or on the thread itself. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the similar threads section. This section will keep you on the website and have you looking at other things that may or may not be of interest. The importance of a feature like that is to keep people coming, or keep people on the website, and just, keep the community alive and have everyone contribute to some sort of thread where there's a conversation going on that may need support or just insight. I find that when you're on this website, there isn't really anything like that, and it just gets to the point and it gets you to where you want to go, but it doesn't direct you to places where you might want to go. I think that having a feature like that really sets these two forums apart and can really just steer someone to one as opposed to the other, just based on whether or not you're okay with the extra clutter that's here, or if you're not okay with the extra clutter that isn't here. Regardless, another important area to look at is share this page. Kind of getting the thread or the forum's name out there is pretty important when it comes to forums like these, because we need support from the community in order to make it better. Sort of looking at like the wisdom of the crowds theory. All in all, I think both websites are good. They're just good for different things, and of course, because they're two different websites, they're going to have different kinds of people, even though it's talking about the same thing. I think forums as a whole are really good tools to get information from people just like you. And getting information from people like us is important because it's very, 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 very accessible, as opposed to going to some sort of certified website that only chooses to target, certain things. Thanks for watching and listening to my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you had any questions or if you wanted me to review a different website similar to mine, just let me know.